I'm Luke, I'm 24, I'm from Sheffield. I'm born in July, hopefully when I finish this run. So the challenge I'm attempting is JOGLE, which is John O'Groat to Land's End. Basically the most northern point of Scotland to the very bottom tip of Cornwall. I'm averaging 80k a day, 50 miles roughly. It means I should finish after about 17 days. I'm doing it 14th of June and then I'm finishing 1st of July. So I should finish bang on my birthday, which would be nice. I always did a bit of running through like fitness, and then come summer lockdown I started doing running all the time essentially. At that period I was full-time caring for my mum and my dad. My mum has early onset Alzheimer's and my dad had brain cancer, and it was like obviously inoperable terminal. He's always had it when I was growing up all the way through my life. It was always like ways of medical procedures to like get around it and like delaying. But then eventually this one was just meant that it was like terminal, so it meant full-time care. And obviously COVID, you just couldn't get anyone around the house. So I used to go out on a run, clear my head a little bit. Just started as like little runs, nothing crazy. And then I just started to like pound it a bit more, and it was almost like an expression of like well, it was like an emotional expression, it was like an outlet. Started with a few challenges, like I said, Goggins, 4x4x48. Ran a marathon randomly like one day because I was like, oh, I probably can do that, and then did that. And then just thought, well, I've got a bit of a bug for it now, kept doing it. It let me like in the period of time when I had to think about everything at home and always like be on top of stuff, and I was lucky, like I had a really stable household. My mum and dad were well nice to me, they always looked after me. So I never had to worry about anything. And then obviously all of a sudden I had to do the caring, so I had to order the food, cook, all this kind, clean, all this kind of thing that I was not that familiar with. It's just not one of those things that you really think is so relevant to you until it actually is. I always say, like, people say, like, what do you think about when you go on these long runs? But it's like, you think about everything and absolutely nothing at the same time. In the moment, you'll think about stuff over and over again, and it lets you almost have like a bit of a catharsis, like a bit of cleansing to what you're thinking about. But then at the end of it, you'll think, I have not thought about anything that entire period. So I'm looking to run for probably 3 charities. I'll be running for STH, Sheffield Teaching Hospital. Sheffield Teaching Hospital is an organisation to do with the NHS and University of Sheffield and Sheffield Hallam Uni, which obviously helps medical needs within Sheffield and surrounding areas. My dad worked very closely with them before passing. He was a professor at the university, and so he used to help with a lot of the funding and stuff like that. And so if I can help with the funding in some way, shape or form, that would be lovely to do. It'd be something that I know that he would like and be proud of. Otherwise, Alzheimer's Research is the other charity I'd run for in basis of my mum with early onset Alzheimer's. How old? I would have been 14 years old coming back in my mum's car after school or after football, something like that. And I remember we were just chatting, and we literally said, what would be the worst thing that would happen to you? Like, what could be the worst thing that would happen to you, like, in your life? Like, set on fire, or like buried alive, or drowning, or whatever. And I distinctly remember my mum saying the worst thing, and literally this was years and years ago before anything, and I distinctly remember her saying the worst thing that could possibly happen to her would be if she got dementia, because you're just like trapped in your own body. When it first started manifesting, she would have been mid-40s, and like she had depression alongside it when it was building up, and it was because like obviously it was being misdiagnosed because people couldn't label it correctly. And this misdiagnosis just comes because it's not a big thing and people don't know about it. And companies and charities like Alzheimer's Research are putting a voice to that and saying, well, this is a scenario, this is a disease that can happen or can occur. The 3rd charity I'd be running for would be an eating disorder-based charity. It's based on people close to me, having their relations involved with that and having those problems. And I know it's a massive thing. EDs are a serious issue, and like, people just don't really think about them that much. It's not a topic that always comes to people's minds. So it'd be great to get something out there, like a charity like that, where it just makes people think about it a bit more and address it as a serious issue. Life is finite, you don't have that much time, and like, you've got to go out and experience everything. Like, what's the point in staying in a little bubble? You may as well go and run across stuff, see as much as you can.